Yes. All right, Courtney and Jasmine and Courtney and everybody, let's see. Okay, looks like people are coming in. Looks like, oh, here we go. Hi, hold on. Oh my God, hi, can you hear me?
Hi, yes, I can hear you.
Are you ready?
I'm as ready as I'm gonna be.
Okay, let's do it. Wait, where's the other person at?
He's here.
Where are you at? Get over here. There we go. Hi. Okay.
Hello.
Are you ready too?
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, a little bit.
All right. So I don't know what's going on today. Like my last client, I'm sorry, I was 5 minutes behind. She was like profusely crying. Her father followed me into the bathroom and talked about how they didn't find his body for a month. And turns out he hit his head. He fell, hit his head, and they couldn't find him. In this, like, nobody went to go check on him because he lived in another country, and it took a month to find him. And we're just sitting there like,
oh my gosh.
Yeah. So she's like, how did you know? I'm like, he literally, like, I'm getting all these images. So hang out with me. We're going to have a really good, cool hour. So before we get started, while I'm warming up, this person just grabs her face, does this and says, hey guys, like that, like, very chilled, very relaxed. Almost like maybe we would be a stoner at some point or something.
Yeah.
Hey guys. I'm like, all right, I'll be here with you on this. So this is X Games mode. So he shows up. So apparently he passed tragically or something like that because he's in a middle vibration. And so he's here with me. He's with you. You're probably gonna get goosebumps because he's sitting on my bed behind me, in my head. And so we need to make sure he goes to the light. And I'll talk about what we need. Hold on. He says, God, you're so talkative. So he's like a person more of like, you're talkative when you're not high. You know that, right? Like, that's the whole thing. So I talk crap to them in my head. So if you see me when I'm talking with my eyes, it's because I literally am having a conversation with them. So let me tell you a little bit about how I do this and what happens. So first off, obviously, it's just gonna be me. I'm gonna have, you're rude, stop. God, he loves this person. Oh, okay. There's some connection between y'all two that he's like iffy about. I don't know. We'll figure that out in a second. Maybe y'all are just BFFs, or maybe y'all kissed at one point. I don't know. Okay, we'll figure it out. So, okay, first it's just gonna be me. Stop it. So I'm gonna have this. I'm probably gonna be chewing on it at some point because I get anxiety when I channel, so I'm like trying to get it away. Another thing is I'm gonna have this fun notepad. Come on, light. There we go. And all I do is monotonously scribble over and over and over again. So if you think I'm taking notes on you, I'm not. I'm just trying to keep the energy going.
Got it.
That was a word.
Yeah, I know. I always see them too. When she first started, I seen an orb, and I was gonna say something. I was like, oh no.
So that was him. So orb, and there's nothing here. So another thing too is that people always ask, how do you get message? How does this work? So the connection with this person is with you. It's not with me. I'm just the telephone, right? And the telephone doesn't mean a whole lot besides, oh yeah, you'll see them, and they'll go into my head and they'll come out. You'll watch them, especially after I get an answer, because I'm not going to be staring at you a whole lot. So rewatch it, re-listen to it. The whole thing is interesting. So what will happen is that I get signs and symbols. I get feelings and emotions. This person is words, which is how I know he's in like this middle area and what happened to him, because it's almost like I'm just having a conversation with like a headpiece in. That's what it feels like. Yeah. And so he's ready. And so I will have to decode all of this information depending on how you were trying to make me feel everything at one point. He's causing me stress. He's causing me duress. He's causing me, I don't want to be dead, dude. I don't want to be dead. I'm like, I know, but you don't have another way behind this, do you? He doesn't want to be dead. He says, he like made his bed, he laid in it, and now he's done. He's over it. So we'll have to figure out what happened to him, why that is. That's an interesting words that he said. He says, did he end up having a daughter or something. What is that? It's weird. I know. I'm like, he keeps putting like 4-year-old, maybe he has a niece, 4-year-old little girl in my head for some reason. It doesn't make any sense because it's not tied to y'all. And so I'm like, where does this come from? Hang on. He says, I'm just watching them. I'm just watching them. Yo.
He has a little sister. Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool. Perfect. How many years down is she from him? Do you know?
She is Gio's age. So she is on Gio's 6. Gio's 10. She's 10. She's 7 years younger than him.
So she's like 3. Or 3 or 4. Oh, look at I don't. Damn.
Oh, wow.
So there's.
Wow. There's a lot going on, huh?
Oh my God.
Mm-hmm. We're gonna give this just a second to settle down. Hold on, y'all, because now you have people here too. He has people here too.
A lot of people.
I know you do. That's what's happening right here. And so what I'm trying to do in my head right now is everybody is excited about having somebody that can hear them. Okay. Everybody's excited about having somebody that can hear them. And so it's my job as the medium to say, no, bitch, only this person's going to come through right now. Okay?
Right.
Because what will happen is there's like, they give me 20 or 30 bits of information at one point and I have to decode it in my head. There's like a girl that died of a drug overdose or something. There's a woman here that died of a drug overdose or something like that. Or like, she's like, oh man. Or now she's gone. Okay, cool. That was her. Hang on. This is weird. Today there is something going on today. So know that FYI, so know that he watches his sister. Know that that's a thing. He's just like, I watch her, man, because he's a little one, very little. That's what I was like, it's a daughter. Says that, hang on. He's very melancholy. He talks to you. Jeff. He's like, does she know I love her? Does she know I love her? Does she know I love her? And he says it in this lower tone like this. I go, I think she does. And he keeps saying, I'm sorry. Like, I'm sorry. There's a lot of melancholy. There's a lot of like, there's a lot of gray. There's a lot of like, it's a lower vibration. And the way he feels is like he sits on the edge of your bed and he sits.
How he used to.
Yeah, he sits on the edge of the bed, like here, facing this way, and he's talking to you. And he's like, so it's like I'm having hard words to say. What happened? I don't know what happened. I want to figure out what happened with him. What did you do? Hang on. It's almost like he caused this himself or something. He's like, hang on. It's an accident, man. Something needed closure. He says, there was no closure. I say, okay. He says that, I don't know what was going on. I don't know why he's so low. Hang on. Did he I don't know. He keeps talking about an accident. I don't know if it's like an accidental overdose or it was an accident car accident thing.
It was he was on his skateboard. He was on a
skateboard and he was
going to school.
And they just left him.
They left. It was a hit and run. He was only 16.
My poor buddy, no wonder. And nobody ever got justice for this.
We're
in the process.
This just happened in January.
Yeah, I said, what happened? And I said, are they in jail? And he's like, no. So it's like nothing yet. He's like, hang on. He says, how could they do that to me? How could they do that to me? So that's that. How could they do that to me? I'm like, I know. He says, it's weird. It's almost like he would still continue to go to school. Like he still continues this. He tries to continue put on a backpack. He tries to continue to keep going. He tries to, and he starts crying and he gives me a hug in my head. He's like, I just want to thank you so much. Like, it's like all this emotion just breaks down and he gets super red and he's not really good at expressing that. He's not really good at letting that out. That's not a thing at all. It's
not.
And so it's like this, happening in my head. He's like, and I know they had the vigils, and I know they had the memorials, and I know they had this, but I can't come back. I can't come back. He's very sad about it. He says, light a candle for me. I'll be a light for you. He says that to her. He says, hang on. It's like people have tattoos of his name everywhere, and like there's like people rapping. I don't know who writes music and songs of this. Like that's a whole nother thing. Oh shit, y'all serious, stop it, y'all. You need to calm down. He's talking about, he goes, yeah, that's the pillow. Okay, literally is a pillow with his face on it. Okay, he kept saying they have a pillow of me, man. And I'm like, I don't think they do. Do they have the shirts? Wow.
Yeah.
He said, I would have died some other way tragic. You know, it's interesting because he died this way, but I feel like maybe he was going to get wrapped up in the wrong crew, or maybe he was going down the wrong path, but he's so smart, and he could be very, very bright. And oh, hold on. He's talking about how he could do like an ollie or a kickflip or something, but he wasn't like this, like, I go, so what kind of, I said, were you a Tony Hawk, or are you just like, what? He's like, man, I'm still learning. He's like, but I can do this. This. And I'm like, okay. And you can hear that, like, whenever it does it, right? And so, yeah, he's talking about breaking boards. So he would go hardcore on
oh my.
Mm-hmm. You know how, so I'm hearing that. He goes, gack, like here. And you can hear that pop in the middle, and I'm like, all right. And
yeah, he would do that a lot.
Really?
Yeah.
This is the first time I've had that. That's the first time I've had that before.
Yeah.
He would get so upset.
He gets upset and he would break his boards.
That's why the little shithead, because he gets all like emotional. He doesn't know how to let it out, and that's what happens. Yeah. Oh my God. I want to ask him how. Hold on. It's like they came around and it's not like he's going across and they do. It's like they come and hit him. Like that. Yeah. Like they go and hit him. It's not like he goes out in front and they clip him, and then they clip the shit out of him.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's exactly what happened. So we have the video.
We have the video too.
Of right before it happened, and he was on the side of the street.
Yes.
It came from behind him.
Yes.
They went around the car that was in the front, and they came around that car, and
they clipped him. Yeah, let's see. Stock guy said, what happened? Because I've had it to where they walk out in the street, they're being stupid, rather they're carrying their skateboard, laughing. No, he's just or that's where that is. He's just going down the side, and he talks about how they're like, bah, like that's the car going like that, and he.
There's a lot going on.
He moans. He's moaning. He didn't die on impact. I don't know why or how that would be. Hang on.
So he didn't? Yeah, he didn't. He was in.
He didn't? Okay, cool. I asked him, I said, did you die there? What happened? He says, no, I didn't die on impact. I go, okay, cool. Because they'll talk about that if their soul is gone right away. He's like, hang on, I'm going to sit back and like relax with this. We're going to get chill with this guy, because that's where we're at right now. Hang on. He's a flirt too when he wants to be.
Yeah.
He is. He says, and like legit, I don't want you to think he's yours, but he says, you fine though. And I was like, stop it. I was like, I'm 33. Shut up. No. And so that's the arguing. He says he can make your day, and then like has like this devious smile about it. And I'm like, oh my God, like, yeah, like, oh, hang on. I want to ask more about how he felt. Hang on. Bleeding was too much. Bleeding was too much or something. I don't know. I guess he had really bad internal bleeding and cough. He keeps going. And so for me, he's like showing blood. I don't know if it actually came out or if he's just doing the symbol for that. Huh?
Oh, fucking God. He got a tooth in his lung.
When they hit him, part of his teeth was in
teeth. That's his teeth. Holy shit, really? Okay. He kept like making a black tooth, like putting here. And I'm just like, no, I was like, they didn't hit your head. Like, that's not a thing, right? So he did. And that's why he's coughing. So that's all. That's where the blood is.
A piece of teeth, of his tooth in his lung.
And there was internal bleeding in his head. In his brain.
They left him there for 11 minutes until someone else found him. They left. So it was 11 minutes. And they left. 11 minutes before a bus driver found him and called.
Oh my God. Hang on. Let's go to the end. Let's go figure out what was happening, who was around all the way. Can you take me there? Can you take me there? Hang on. Hold on. He knew I wasn't going to make it. Everybody knew I wasn't going to make it. He said they knew I wasn't going to make it. He said, come on, man, be real. That's what he says. I knew I was going to make it. He's like already outside of his body. Hang on. Crying, sobbing, cleaning off my face. People are doing that. People, I guess that's you going through and like doing this or something, cleaning off my face. There's somebody that keeps sitting there and like rubbing his eyebrow. I'm not going to rub mine because my eyebrow will come off. And so, sorry, that's a sadness with a joke inside to keep the room lighter. Hold on. I love you so much, baby. I love you so much, baby. I love you so much, baby. And that's like you, where somebody's telling him that. I love you so much, baby. We're repeating it over and over and over again. And we know. Just want to say, I love you too. He's like talking about how he so wanted to make his mouth move or so wanted to just say like, I love you too. But you couldn't. You couldn't. There's not a way for that to happen. People in there fighting over him or something like that. I don't understand what that is.
I can explain that. When we got so he was medevac, right? From the hospital here up to Children's Hospital in Madera. Mm-hmm. And because of COVID and everything, there was only so many people who could come in. But so much family wanted to come up and see him, and I had to fight with the security to let them up.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, that's interesting. Yeah, I'm like, I don't think it's family fighting against family, but he keeps talking about how people were fighting to be with me. People were fighting to be with me.
Doing who would stay in the room.
Yeah.
His brother. Everybody was arguing to see who was going to stay up there and who's going to spend the night, and
Yeah, I get it. Wait, let's ask about that. I know he likes his brother, but he likes y'all. He likes her. He says, my brother, I love him. He says, but he doesn't mean shit. Like, kind of like that. I was like, well, that's kind of rude. Like, and he's talking about he would like
that's
this.
So real. Oh shit, that sounds just like him, bro. Like
they use my body. This is why people ask, like, what do you pay for a session for? Like, why is that? It's because I'm literally allowing them to come into my body and use it. And
stick with it, because that's the shit he would say.
When he was in the hospital, like when he was first got to the hospital, like I just sat there. Let me see your face real quick. I just sat there and would play with his eyebrows.
Yes. You can feel the brow bone. I can feel like the super thick fuzzy hair, right? And then the brow bone.
He was so furry.
Yeah, he's a furry guy.
Yes, super thick, like it's like multi-layers. And I'm like, oh my God.
So we used to, because his hair was so thick, we used to call him we used to tell him he was like an otter. Like it was like waterproof.
Yes. Oh my God. That's funny. He oh my God. I don't need to see that. Hang on. He's talking about having thick hair. Other places I tell him no. Obviously he doesn't have a whole lot right here. It's just a tiny bit. And like, he's just now like, just literally like showing me.
He has a barely little bit right here, but
barely.
Everything else are all hairy.
Super thick. Yeah, exactly. I go, are you furry on your chest and your back? And he's like, no, it's just like a couple. And then like,
yeah.
Yeah, this is what he does. So this is what I mean when, you know, I talk about on live and I talk about in sessions and stuff that when somebody passes tragically and like it's still, the case is still open, right? Things are still going. Their timeline on earth hasn't closed yet, right? The physical part has, but they're still trying to get justice. They're still trying to be a part of your life, right? So he's in this middle vibration because it would be too hard for him to go up to what we'd like to call heaven and then come back down again. Like it just doesn't work that way. So we have to have closure here first before he can move up. Okay. And so I want to ask about what, you gotta be kidding me, right? It's almost like, I don't know if this person, whenever like justice is served, like I don't know if they only get like a year and a half or something like that. And then they end up getting like community service, like taken off to where it's only like they're in jail or prison for like 6 months. And then like, that's it. And then they have to pay fines and community service. Like, it's almost like, and then they're trying to play the card that he jumped out in front of him or he jumped out in front of them. And so they didn't have time to stop or something. I don't know. It's going to be twisted. They're not going to get nearly as much as you would want. And
so in the police report, he said, oh, I didn't know what hit my truck instead of what he hit. You know what I mean?
Yes. Yes. Yeah. He says that he's trying to push that this guy hit him. And it's like, yeah, he would definitely just go and take a skateboard and say, I want to get hit by this truck. Like, that sounds great. Right. Yeah. My God. I don't. He calls him, is it an old white guy or is it a white guy?
Oh, really? Dude.
Oh, okay. He literally nicknamed him Bubba in my head for some reason. Like, that's what he's called.
Bubba.
He looks
Bubba.
He does look like a fucking.
He's like, oh, you know, some like round, yeah.
He says he calls him like Bubba. That's why I was like, all right, what do we call this guy? And the guy, I don't think he's going to get off. I think he will get something. I wish there was a way to make. Okay, how am I saying this? Sorry. It's almost like the courts will not. If this was me that got hit, this guy would go away for 20 years. But because it's him, it won't be that long. Because of, oh, well, maybe he was jumping out. Oh, let's do a talk screen. Oh, maybe he was this way. Oh, maybe the guy didn't. Like, there's going to be all these twists and turns to it. And that really pisses me off, honestly. Yeah. But so what does this mean? What does this mean? You know, I think the guy ends up getting like 5 years, but it ends up getting cutting down to like a year and a half. Or maybe it's like we're supposed to get this, but we do this. So just wait. But then there's fines and stuff. Let me know there is something, but it's not as what we want. Like, I would like 15 years and have his license revoked, or 20 years and have his license revoked. Hang on. Says that he cries about him all the time. It says that you get really sad and like you let out like this one tear, and he comes up to you. He's like, man, don't cry about me. Don't cry about me. He's like, and I'm like, I know. And he says, hang on. I'll be there for you. I'll be there for you. He says, your whole life ahead of you. I'll be there for you. Hang on. Who's going to be a dad? Are you going to be the dad? What is happening with that? Or who's the dad yet? Are you planning? Is he planning on having kids soon?
No, we're done having kids.
Oh, okay. You already are a dad. Okay. Keeps talking about dad. And I'm like, okay. Says that. Hang on.
I'm his stepdad.
You're this. Oh, so you are a stepdad. Okay. So no wonder. That's why he keeps calling you dad. Okay. He's like, hold on. He says, you're a good man. He likes you. He says, you're a good man. He says you're like his friend more than just his dad. Yeah. He goes, I said, what do you think about it? I said, most people don't like their stepdads. He says, oh, he's like my friend. Even more. He said, he's cool though. He's cool though. And then he has this Adam's apple. He has this big Adam's apple. And you can see it.
Voice.
Exactly. I can't go that deep. That's why he's like, he's cool. Like that. That's why it's very slow. And oh my God, if he was a character, he would be like Eeyore from Winnie the Pooh. He's very like methodical and like, oh yes, the sun doesn't shine on me, my stick house, you know, like this. And I'm like, all right, I'm here for it. I was her oh, my mom had me. I was her golden. So this is your oldest. So this is the oldest?
He's the second oldest.
Oh, okay.
But when he was born, I was like, he was so cute.
Yeah.
That I was like, oh my God, he's gonna take all his older brother's attention because he's so cute.
But how you described earlier is just how his relationship is with his brother. Like they just, it's crazy.
No, we'll talk about that. He rolls his eyes every time, and it's like, oh, hold on, let's get into that. Let me ask about that. Then I want to go back over. Oh, he says, Mom, you couldn't save me. Oh, that's what you wanted to do. He said, Mom, you couldn't save me. I'm supposed to be able to save my kid. Why can't I? Like that. He's talking about you expressing it, being very upset. Hang on, lights a cigarette. Somebody's lighting a cigarette. We're smoking it right now. Hold on. It's like you got to really push yourself to keep going, keep taking care of the family, keep cooking, keep getting up in the morning, keep doing this. He's just talking about you getting in the kitchen, and you're just like, fuck it, whatever. Like just this whole thing, but you do it. You're the strong person. You know, it's interesting. I had my last session and your son was coming through, and I was like, there's somebody here that lost a son. And I was like, but my client, I was like, but it's not you, it's because of him. And then her father that I channeled came through on my last session. So everybody's been like waiting in line for this. Wait. He says that I guess all of his pictures are up on the wall. Like y'all have like this huge like collage or something like this now, or like you need to. And he's just talking about how, or like it's like him everywhere. Oh, is it over there? Okay. He shows like it's me. He's like, I'm all over the freaking place. I said, I know. And he's like, he just sat down and he's gaming. And he
was a
big time gamer.
He was
he even took his class to be a video game designer.
Yeah. That's where he was on his way to that morning.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, you didn't have time to play with him, but you would. You knew how to do it though, Dad. You knew how to do it though. So it's back and forth. He's talking about how he could. He didn't have time though, or something like that. He just goes and he does. I know he doesn't have a beanbag. I know he doesn't have that. But what he does, I know he has like this office desk chair thing or whatever. It's on his bed, and he puts these headphones on and he sits in the theoretical beanbag, and he's like,
yeah.
What? He's like just talking to me. Like that's where he's at right now. He's always online. I'm guessing he's a Call of Duty person or something like that too. Like it must be something like that. I have no idea. It's where we're online all the time. Hang on. This is Mom, are you like trying to work out your legs and your butt right now or something like that, or what's going on?
Oh, what? That's what?
I would always tell him like that. I was like, I think I need to start doing squats.
She wanted to get her butt done.
Really? Nuts. Okay. He goes, and that's why I made that face, because he's just me, Mom, like this, and then here, and I was like, but is it that way, right? And I was like, why are you talking about that? And he shows you like wanting to make it perfect, or wanting to grow, or wanting to make it bigger, and he's like rolling his eyes. He's like,
because he hated it.
I know.
Talk about it.
I know he does not care for it. So for me, that means you're beautiful. They love you no matter what. But I know he's like talking about, I guess it's like, don't go and get it done. Do squats if you want to, but you're
Thank you, bruh.
Okay.
I tell her that all the time.
If you go get it done, you're gonna have complications.
Don't.
Okay. All right.
Okay. Okay. And that's not, I'm a fan of like Botox filler. And if I could get my tits done, I would totally do it. But with my genetic illness that I have, I can't do it. And what they do is because my skin is too stretchy, so nothing heals.
Wow.
I'm one of those super elastic people, like contortionist things. So that's part of my illness. But he puts it on that whenever I had complications when I tried to go get something done. And so he puts that with you, like you would not be happy with it. You would not be happy to the umpteenth degree. It would slowly come down or like slowly sag, or you would feel it, and then you'd start feeling more bad about yourself, and then you would either get like a lot of pot marks from it or something, or the scars would be more difficult for you to handle than anything. So don't do it.
Enough said.
There you go. He says, hold on. He says he wants you to, he goes like this with you. He says, like, for me, that means he wants you to get your sass back. He wants you to get your sass back. He's talking about how when you talk or when you parrot, you're super sweet, but you yell. So you're like, I don't know what you're doing. Right? Like that. And he's like,
yeah.
But it's just the best way possible. He says, oh, you know how to use seasoning. That's what he said. He says she knows how to cook. I said, okay. Or maybe like you over season it hardcore all the way. I don't know. It's coming from me, but I do like it. I do enjoy it. He says he always compliments her. So he likes you. He always compliments her. He's talking about you, Dad. He says that he goes up and he gives you a like that thing. And then the whole thingy with you right now. I'm like, okay, I'm here. Like, we're just really cool under the table parents together. That's what he's talking about. I want to talk about, and my baby boy balloon race for you. Now we're in the angels. Okay, so obviously we did some sort of release for him at some point or something like that.
Oh,
yeah.
We did doves and balloons.
Shut up. Seriously?
Yeah. Swear.
Really?
Yeah. At his service.
Oh, how cool. Oh my God. Okay. He's like something about like angels, like them. So like bird wings, right? That's how it goes. And he's like in balloons. He's like both for me. He's like baby boy season, like that. I'm like, good. He's like,
bro.
I know it weird. This is him. It's not even weird, but this goes to, oh, he's going to try to bring somebody through for him too. Hang on. Can you do it, bud? It's like he's talking about like your partner or your bro. I guess you lost like a really, really close friend or like a really, really close friend. Yeah. He says, I'm bringing forward your partner and your bro. I said, okay. He says, what? I don't know. Whoever this person is, you weren't there for him when he passed. And so that puts guilt on you. That weighs on you for some reason. He says, it's like they grew apart though, or something. Or like you wish you could have helped him or something. It's like there's, sorry.
I've lost 4 of my brothers, and then my close, he's like a brother. It's my cousin. He died too in a car accident a few years ago.
You couldn't be there for that. Well, we're going to get into this right now. Let me see if he can bring them all through. Hang on. You got this for me, buddy? Hang on. All I hear is one hand, one hand, one hand, one hand. And he goes, I got you. So it's like, I welcome in, I welcome in, I welcome in, I welcome in. And they're all taller than him for some reason in my head. I like he's here and they're all taller than him. But it's fine because he feels like he's the man of the area. And I'm like, whatever. And he says, there's a man that would, I guess maybe he's darker than everybody else. Maybe it's one of the brothers that's like darker, I guess. He has like this lower voice in my head for some reason. And he's talking about, he has this really low voice. For some reason, he has like, oh my God. And he's talking about, we got you, man. Like, we got you, man. Like getting into that. I want to pick them through and I want to see what happened to each one of them, what happened, and that he's in very, very good hands. One of them was like, mom really was messed up. I don't, hold on. It's your brothers, or this one that is a leader of them is talking about how like you're the best one out of all of them. You're the best one out of all of them. Like these other ones, like they're good, but like they all learn their lesson in different ways. Boom, 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 boom. And you're like the best one out of all of them. So I don't know what that means yet, but we're going to try to figure this out. He's talking about how it's almost like there's one of them that's talking about maybe he has like a couple of kids, or one of these have, and like the lady keeps them away. The lady keeps them away from everybody or something. And there's like, I don't know. It's like this weird like separation. Hang on. I want to see. Hang on. Hold on. There's one that almost feels like the oldest. I don't know. Maybe you're like the youngest. There's one that's very father-like for you all the time. Extremely father-like. This is the one that's the leader in this group right now. And I'm trying to figure out what happened to him. Hang on. Okay, why are you making me feel that over and over and over again? Very, very random. Did like, I don't know if we had a heart attack or we got shot or something like that. It's weird. It's like quick. It's fast. Done.
Nah, my older brother Aaron died next to me, sleep. He died. His heart gave out.
His heart gave out. Okay, cool. No, that's okay. There's one he keeps talking about how it's gone. It's gone. Done. And he couldn't wake me up.
Yeah.
You couldn't wake me up. Literally, that's it. You couldn't wake me up. This person has a lower voice in my head for some reason. I don't know if they did it in life, but maybe it's because they're trying to be like your dad now and like God in a way, all at the same time. So they have this like booming Morgan Freeman voice for some reason in my head. And he's like, this is part of your team. This is part of like your angels. These are part of your guides. These are the part that make sure that your ass stays out of trouble and that you're doing a good job. These are the part that like brought you back from the brink. These are the people that like, made you steady. So I need you to like release all that bullshit and like guilt and stuff. And so that allows you to be a great husband and person that you are. Okay. Because you have, man, they're giving me a headache. Somebody's like giving me a crazy headache in my eyes. And I have no idea what this is. Like they just made me hurt here. That may be one for that accident. Hang on. They've been making me hurt all day long. I don't like between the squeezes and the stuff. Hang on. Okay. So the friend that we're talking about, the one that was really close, he keeps giving me over and over. I'm trying to channel him and pull him through. He keeps giving me the thing that you honor him. You honor him. You honor him. You still honor him. You still talk to him. You still pray to him. You still do this. So he's talking like from heart to heaven, heart to heaven, heart to heaven. So that's good. That means that's a connection. He says that it's because you're weak. It's because you're weak. That's why. That's why. He says, am I doing a good job? So your son is coming through and trying to bring him through and using his energy to channel them. Your son is still newer. And so he's like doing it. He's doing a good job, but I'm like, we need to bring it up. We need to bring it up. You're getting weak. You're getting weak. And so hang on. He says, I just want him to know that he's watched and he's loved. That's all he wants you to know. There's some sort of female here too that's like over ridiculous, like about you and loving you. This feels more like a grandmother. Okay, cool. Yeah, she's like your mother. This person is like your mother type of thing in a way. Like she's all on you, like stink on shit. It's great. And she thinks that you are a great boy. She calls you a boy. Great kid. Because you're not an adult in her head. You're still a kid.
That's
And she, oh my God, she's talking about how you're hyperactive when you're little. She's talking about how I want you to be a musician for some reason. Like I want you to write music for some reason. I have no idea why. You just have that either like this Aquarius or like this can't. Oh, is he
Aquarius?
Shut the front door. Stop it. I'm just gonna go home now. Wait, I am home. All right. Okay. Isn't this okay? So that's a vibe. They're putting so your birthday. So that's why they're giving me all this stuff. Happy birthday.
Yeah.
Oh my God. She has to be. Hang on. You have a lot of earth in you, so you used to have to either have like a Capricorn, Taurus type of thing or Virgo type of thing. It's all in the earth signs, and then you have Cancer underneath you as well. So you're like a water earthy sign, and so that's why you're able to ground him. We got to figure. You have Scorpio and like your Mars though. That goes in there. And so that means you have this darker undertow of like, I have to keep having this rebirth and then find myself and then come back and then find myself and then come back. And so you get really tired of it. Believe me, it just makes you stronger. So keep going. Okay. Sorry. That's a whole lot of information in one moment. Hang on. I want to go and I want to channel this. Maybe you thought I left you. So this is a woman again. And then we're going to go back over here. It says that whenever this aunt figure died or passed, if she feels like everybody else in the family went to shit, like she's the only like main person that meant anything and everything else kind of went to crap. Says that is it okay with you, Mom? Is it awkward for you in his family or something? Is it like awkward? Okay, cool. It's not like we're totally hated, but it's like you get in there and there's a vibe. It's like that. They're making me feel that. And because they all talk shit. They need to shut up. Stop it. They need to stop it. This is what this woman is saying too. Like, stop it. They think that their shit doesn't stink. And it does. And when they talk crap, it stinks even more. Okay? Or everybody needs to be nice. Says that it's almost like they love you and they'll like completely single her out or something like that. Like, they don't like this. These people, your brothers, this woman, this other grandmother type of energy, like they do not like this at all. And he says, your son says my mom is the best. And so he's like, why? He's like, my mom is the best. He says that did you? No, you didn't. Did you get stop. They did not do that. Did you get some of his hair?
I got his eyelash.
His eyelash.
Oh,
really? Yeah.
His eyelash fell, and I took it and I taped it into a little book. Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay, he's making me feel like really, really short, like bristly hair. And I'm like, yeah, well, no, this is from the eyelash. And I'm like, your hair's not like that. I was like, they wouldn't go and shave you. I was like, that's not a thing.
No,
like,
no,
she has it.
Oh, and I took it off and I taped it.
That's your wish.
Yeah.
That's your wish. So don't lose it. That's your wish. Okay. So I know you won't. I'm digging the whole flower thing. Wow, that's beautiful. Wherever you go, I'm literally going to get like a whole piece tomorrow. Friday, right here, because I have them all hidden underneath me. And now because I'm do this, it doesn't matter. I don't work in corporate anymore, so whatever. I used to do this and corporate, and so now I can be more of that, person. I also today it was funny, ma'am, you are my sign. So I have this one tattoo that I really like. It's a whole phrase, and I go, you know what? I want to put it right here. And I go, okay, if somebody has an ear tattoo today, I'm going to get it. Like this, so I just saw yours and I was like, all right, we're going to go get it. This one? So you were my sign. I was like, all right, if somebody has it, I was like, it's very random because nobody ever has those. Like you showed up. So I was looking at it and I was like, all right.
Yeah.
All right. That's where we're going to go. So I'll take a picture. I'll put it on TikTok and you'll be like, yeah. Okay. Right. Just wait. Hold on. So let me go here. Hang on. I want to ask him questions about the house. I want to ask him questions. Where does he go? What does he do? How does he show signs? He keeps playing music in my head over and over and over again. Music is a huge thing, like turning it on in the car, Pandora, like going in any of these spots. Like he'll try to make that happen.
Yeah.
That you understand and you feel it. He's like, he says he doesn't know the numbers or the clock thing yet. I said, it's okay. You don't have to. I said, you're not doing that yet. He says that, I wonder if y'all have seen like come in and you thought that you turned off the light and the light is on. Like that's almost what this would feel like, but it's like, maybe it's like in a closet. It's not like a main room light. It's interesting. It would be like, maybe it's like, oh, it's in a laundry room or something. It's small. And he like tries to, it has to be tiny though. I don't know why. I'm like, oh, do you do this? Hold on. You sleep with him at night. You sleep with him at night. So you do. He says, you sleep with me every night. I was like, really? She does? How does this work out? Okay. With the pillow. Oh, you actually sleep. Shut up. Okay, stop. Go on.
And his shirt. She sleeps with his shirt.
So you do both. Oh, you have it. Oh, he's just like, she sleeps with me every night. Like, good. You tell him good night. He tells you good night back. Okay. So when you hear it and you feel it, like that's a thing. He says, I don't want to ruin their space. So he's talking about being funny and like settling down in between you guys. And I'm like, that's a little awkward for things, right? He's like, oh my God. Dad, are you like stopping drinking or something? Are you like stopping?
Yeah.
Yeah. Good job. He goes, I want him to watch his liver. And I go, oh, Orb. And I go, really? I go, why? And he puts drinking and he puts an X over it. And he says, but he's doing it. Like he's doing it. So I want you to keep doing that. I want you to get it. Or he says, you're a partier before. So it's like, he's like, so raves or whatever it is. I feel like maybe we would have done a lot of like, I don't know, what do they call it? What is that stuff? I tried it one time. It was utterly terrible. The one that makes you feel euphoric.
Ecstasy.
Yes. Absolutely terrible for me. So many people love it.
Yeah.
No.
That was my thing back in the day.
Was it really?
Hell yeah. Back in the day. Yeah, but it's crazy. He said like the liver thing, because when I was 15, I got shot and it hit my liver, my diaphragm, intestines, and all that shit. Yeah.
That's where the shot. Okay, really?
And then a year later,
I had to get
leaking bile.
I was leaking bile and I had to go back to surgery for drinking and all that too much. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, you need to watch your liver. So that's like a huge thing. They usually don't go and they don't say like stuff that, I mean, they'll talk about if somebody's about to die too, but like that, the last time I had something like that it was this guy from Vietnam. He owns his own businesses, super skinny, really, really good. Oh yeah, they're gonna be everywhere. Do you see that?
Yeah.
They're all coming out of my head.
Damn.
Oh, do you see him?
Yeah.
Yeah. The difference between, I don't have dust in here, but if it's dust, it'll just.
You can tell it's so clean. It's all nice and clean up.
The whole thing. I'm very Libra, and so everything has to be spotless. Like everything is very clean. I don't hire people to clean for me because they don't do it as well. So like me, I went through and I vacuumed everything today, redid everything. Like it was insane. That's what I do for my 2 hours, right? That I have off in the morning. But hold on, I need you to really watch that. The last time I told a guy about his heart, he told me it didn't matter. 4 months later, he had a massive heart attack, and he believed me because he had 2 blocked arteries. And we're having a session again, and he survived. So just be careful. Okay. And that's always weird. Hold on. Says you can't yell at me anymore, Mom. He says, I go, he does. He
hated that shit, dude.
Yeah.
He'd be so upset when Mom used to yell, why does she always have to yell?
Yeah,
God, dude.
He makes a funny joke. I said, so what do you miss anything? Do you not miss anything? He's like, you don't gotta yell at me anymore, Mom. Like, all right.
Yeah, that yelling was, dude, oh my God.
I know. He goes like this.
Yeah, look at
like he literally hides. He's like,
yeah.
And then he goes and he'll put like his hoodie over his head.
Yeah.
And that's literally what he's doing right now. He changed into this hoodie, puts this hoodie over his head, and he like goes.
He ties it. He swoops
That's what he does. Yes. That's what he's doing.
Always used to
swoop it and it goes
Yes.
so small.
Yes. Yes. It's like saying goodbye, like bye.
Yeah, he's like, all right, I'm done.
I have.
Oh my God, bro.
Yeah, so what I want you to know is that he's in your house. He's in your area. He's waiting for all this stuff to go forward. I know that y'all are going to push. I don't think it's going to be to the point to which we want. Hold on. We're going to talk about something really quick. Were you thinking about cremation and you couldn't burn your baby?
We did cremate him, but I wanted to take him to Hawaii, and I couldn't take him because
they dropped the ball on it and they didn't cremate him in time. And
see, what I wanted, everyone was asking if we were going to bury him, but I couldn't leave him here.
Good. Yeah, I know. I don't want you to leave him there. He says, he has him being cremated, and he has somebody crying and saying, oh my God, I'm burning my baby, or oh my God, I can't burn my baby, like getting into that. And he's not part of it. He's like watching his body as it goes into the kiln. This is really, really weird. They do that sometimes. It's like, he's just like, this is what he looks like. They put him, on a thing just because they've explained it to me. I've actually never seen it before. They just show it to me all the time. They put him on a thing and they put him in, obviously they're in this box, and he's just standing there like this.
That angel would do some crazy shit like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's just watching it. He's just like, it's just weird. It's a death and dying process. You were your body for so long, right? And then this happened, and now you're just watching it. You're like, how weird. I can tell you, when I had my near-death experience, I viewed my body from above, and I was just like, wow, how did I get up here? Like, it was real when I had crazy and brain surgery and everything opened up. It was terrible.
Oh my.
And, oh yeah. I had this nice scar that goes over my neck redone. And they went in and they cut out a piece of my skull and they put a patch on it to push my brain up because of my illness that I have. And during the middle of it, I ended up having MRSA staph inside of that was weird, CSF fluid. And it was really bad. And as I remember, like literally looking down and seeing these team of doctors and watching my heartbeat go down, ... And it was because my organs were shutting down. And it was like, all I thought was, wow, I hope my mom knows I love her. Like, I hope she knows I'm fine. Yeah, that's all I thought. Think about it. If you see through your eyes, but then you don't have any sensation and you think as loud as you possibly can in your head, that's what it feels like to be dead.
Wow.
But then not having any bodily pain, not having any concern, and you're more like, it's like you have this clarification that everything is fine. You're just like, wow, that sucks. Man, I hope my mom's fine. I hope she knows I love her. Like, just, and then I woke up and 2 weeks later I came out of a coma. Like, that's what happened. So,
wow.
That was
here.
Thank you. Well, this is what supercharges it.
Wow.
That's part of it. So I've had 3 near-death experiences before that. Oh yeah. Well, I have a chronic illness that makes me fall apart. I've had 26 surgeries in the past 5 years to keep me alive. And like, that's why everything is very stretchy and everything bends backwards. And so like my abs have gone out. I've had brain surgery. I've had my entire stomach redone. All of my organs have prolapsed. My spleen is ruptured inside and they have to go fix it. There's all these different, I've had cancer when I was 5. I lost part of my kidney, my kidney and part of my liver. So it's the same thing there. And so every single time I come back, it is more bright, it's more intense, there's more compassion for people and you can feel it. There's an in-between, and that's what this is. And
are you okay now?
No, I mean, it's gonna kill me in about 12 years, but it's okay, I'm fine right now. So it causes, what happens is that it affects your organs, your bones, your blood vessels, everything like that. And what happens is that as you get older, your tissues get more and more fragile because I lack the genes that create collagen, which keeps structures very stiff and stable. And so what happens is that your blood pressure gets to be too much for your arteries, and then you have an aortic aneurysm just randomly. Boop, like my grandfather did it. My mother, they saved my mother. Because they were able to do it, but my grandfather not. And so, well, we don't know, but I also have every single trait of it. So I have the most extreme version of it. It's rare. Nobody knows what it is. I mean, they know what it is, but there's nothing you can do. So you just take every day as a gift and you enjoy it and you help people like you and you help this gentleman and the people around. And I use my body to allow them to come through because we only have a certain amount of time on this earth. Why don't we make people happy, right? And allow them to gain peace and clarity especially if I have something like this, might as well, you know?
And we thank you for this. We really appreciate it.
Anytime. I love it all. And so what I want, do y'all have any questions for me at all or anything? Like, or for him or for your people? Or
I do. I just want to know, like, if, because his dad passed away.
The same way.
The same way 8 years ago. I just want to know if he's able
to see his dad.
Let's see. Let's see. Hang on. Hang on. I know he loves his dad, but he keeps saying to him, he keeps saying, it's you, bro. I don't know. Maybe he loves him more. I don't know. Maybe they had like a closer emotional bond, you know, or maybe they had a closer friend bond. I don't know. Hang on. Let me go over here. Hang on. Mom had a lot of tragedy. Yeah. Son, no, it's just talking about, hang on. He says, Dad won't wait for me. Hang on. Let me figure out why. Hang on. Hold on. He goes and he's talking about how, okay, so your son goes and he transforms himself as being this little kid. Like 2, 1, 2, 3, like that area. And he changes himself into this tiny little kid and he runs up to this gentleman. He runs up to like this darker complected gentleman. And he, oh my God, hang on. He says, do you love me? Do you love me? So maybe the dad loved him a lot, but were y'all separated at the time of his passing? The father?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, that's okay. Okay. Cool. He says, he goes up and he says, like, do you love me? Do you love me? And I'm like, well, why would he ask him, do you love me? It's because of the separation. It's because we were with mom, or like mom was our thing. Like, that's it. So did he meet his father? Yes. Yes, it's definitely there. And he shows him as being a little kid. But I don't know. I think now he realizes that maybe the bond was with y'all. You know?
His dad, when he was 8.
Yeah.
So from 8 to 16, he's been here. Before, when his dad passed away, he was with his dad.
Him. Okay. It almost feels like his dad was really tough. His dad was really tough. And his dad was like, and y'all are like the fun, cool, hip, like chill people. And he's seen him, I can tell you, because I see it in my head. Is he hanging out with him though? No, I don't think so. It doesn't seem like it. It doesn't seem like it. And so for me, you know, I'd really have to look more into that too. Sometimes I don't. Sometimes it doesn't matter if they're blood. Sometimes it matters about the love and the connection you had with the people here, and they wait for them. Also with the father, I'm guessing the father would drink a lot too or something like that. And hold on.
Yeah.
Work. He's talking about how he's like, they're very almost like machismo in a way or something like that. Very like, he says, I know he loves me, but no, like that. And I'm like, okay, no. I'm like, all right. Hang on. Mom, you don't have to force me. I know, I'm telling her that. But you know what? She wants to make this family thing work, so you shut the fuck up and you enjoy it. Okay? Damn it. Sorry. Hang on. I don't even know if the father was around him after he passed, because he's talking, he says, I said, was your dad taking care of you? Because they figure that out. Was your dad watching over you and stuff like that? And he says he had a memory of him. He said he was sad, and he was sad about what happened. But now it's almost like now that he's gotten over there and he's felt it, he realizes that it maybe is something that he didn't truly miss. You see, kind of like almost like you go, people come from other countries and they hear about, you know, pizza rolls. Oh my God, pizza rolls are amazing. Oh my God, I miss pizza roll. Everybody in America is talking about pizza rolls, and you go have them and you realize it tastes like cardboard unless you submerge them in a ton of hot sauce. And then you're like, well, shit, am I having pizza rolls or am I just eating hot sauce? That's what I do. And so that's also because I'm like South Texas, Southern Louisiana area. So that's every hot sauce and all this shit. But hang on. It's almost like the dad tried to threaten you. He doesn't like that, or he was being really mean to you or something. He doesn't like that. He like sees it from a bird's eye view of what happened. He says, so the ex-husband, he says he left you. The ex-husband left you for something. He goes, he left you. Like, why would I like that? So yeah, don't try to push it. Okay. He's with you. Chill.
It's just because, so my dad died when I was little. Mm-hmm. And then like, it was just like history repeating itself.
Yeah.
For me, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I know. So. But you loved your dad, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because he's a very nice guy. And he's a very fun guy. He's very cool. And we can get into that real quick. Hang on, because it's coming up. This is what's happening right now. As soon as you start talking about it, he's like, oh, like that. He says, you said never got to say goodbye to daddy. So you never got to say goodbye to him. And he says, hang on. He says he's kicking himself because he loves her so much. So your son is talking about your father. He's talking about your father. He says, it's like this jolly white guy that shows up. I enjoy this man. This like random jolly white guy. Like, I'm like, all right, I'm here for it, right? Like, it's like the complete opposite of your son. Like your son's like, yeah, you know. And he goes up and he gives this man, like this jolly man, like a hug. And he's like, hey, how are you? Because obviously they didn't meet. And he's like, he says, your mom, your life would have turned out so different if this man wouldn't have left. And he says, but it's because you're strong. You're strong because of this too. Okay. And so he says, dads always have to watch out for their little girls. That's literally the phrase that happened. Boom. Keeps calling you your sunshine over and over and over and over again. Keeps showing you like bright blonde hair, like bright blonde. And I'm like, all right, this is the whole thing. He says you were a fighter. The dad, he says you were a fighter. I was like, no, she's not. She's gonna break a nail. I was like, maybe she's like me. He's like talking about how you had to get tough or die, like literally. He says that. Really?
Yeah. Huge tomboy.
Okay, it's okay. I was too, and then I learned how to brush my hair, and that's why we're here. Do you know why we're this way? Okay, I would be interested in looking at your chart later at some point. Just email me. Whenever you are a female that gets along better with dudes and gets along and is more chill, and you end up having sons, it's because you have more masculine energy on the inside than feminine. And so what happens, I do too. You probably have like something like 9 masculine and 1 feminine, and I have 8 masculine and 2 feminine. So what ends up happening is that we're dudes on the inside. And so we're trying to express our own femininity along with being powerful. And so what we do is we go overkill. So it's like, let me go and get hair extensions. Let me get filler. Let me put my makeup on. Let me get my nails done. Let me do all of this because it's like, I need to be a girl. Yeah. It's like, I need to be a girl. Damn it.
I do that. And I tell people all the time that I get my nails done because like I feel like I have man hands, right? And it's crazy.
That's why.
Also, I'm a Libra also.
Oh, see, there you go. See, I'd be
barely.
Barely.
12:10 in the morning on September 23rd.
Oh my God, so you're right there. So no wonder you're hypercritical about yourself because you're a Virgo Libra. Okay.
Yeah.
See, I'm a Scorpio Libra.
Oh, okay.
So this is what you get. So you get this hypercritical, fun, but like mystic, and then you are over analyzing yourself, but still really fun. So it's they're parallels. Yeah, email me. I totally do. Y'all are good together. So All right, y'all. So for right now, yes, dad is around. Dad does feel like not so much a single person because he's golden. And so that means he's more of an angelic being. That means he's more golden. That means when he came through, light shines on him. So that means I'm happy. Okay. And so your son will get there. Your family is getting there too. Your son is the one that's bringing all this in. So what I want y'all to do in closing right now, I want you to do a couple of things. One, I want you to take a couple of minutes when we get off of here, and I want you to either have a good breather or a good ugly cry, because both of those are very important. And so there's a lot of energy. There's a lot of people that come through. So we have to kind of like allow it to dissipate. The other thing is later on this evening, just go up to their pictures, or go up and you need to say their name each time and say, thank you, I love you. Thank you, I love you. Thank you, I love you. Because what happens is that I don't want you to say, thanks guys, that's amazing. They're individually coming through, giving their energy, using me, coming to talk to you. So take a second and thank each one of them, because that creates a channel. Okay? And then continue this going. And then if you need me, if you have any questions, if you want another session, email me first. Okay? Let me know about what happens with a court case. We kind of like feel on it, but I always like to stay up to date on these things. And then if y'all have any questions, just let me know. Okay?
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
I love you guys. Happy Tuesday.
Happy Tuesday. You're a blessing.
Thank you. Anytime, y'all. I got it. I'll be here for a while. And if you need me, just let me know. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
Bye, y'all. Love you. Bye.